Hello everyone, I'm Thomas Kerrigan. Tonight, we'll be taking you around Scranton to show you some of the best Christmas displays the city has to offer. And to get an even more in-depth look, we'll be talking to the people who set them up. Let's start our program with a visit to Aug Park.
Well, it started about 2003, 2004 when Chris Doherty was mayor. He got the ball rolling on it, so since then every year it's taken place. Right now, we downsized a little bit this year, so I'm going to say we're down to about 60, 65. We used to light up across the street from the museum, but we ran some problems with some of our fixtures start getting a little bit older. We were concerned about safety with people walking through the park. But one of the main reasons we stopped over there was because we found out that the cars driving through that area, some were going off the path and driving on top of the roots of the oak trees that are over there. And the oak trees are they're actually older than the park. So it became a concern of ours, so we decided this year to not include that in the display. There's 6 park workers up here that work for the city, and it takes them about 2 to 3 weeks to set everything up. The main thing is it's free. We don't charge, we ask for donations at the end. The park is sustained by the donations from the light show as well as the pool fees and rentals. So any money that comes in during this light display stays in the park. It's reinvested in the park. So we're hoping more and more people will come out and be generous with the donations, but we don't require anybody to give a donation. If they don't have it, they drive through, we're just happy that they came to see the display. We're going to invest probably close to $20,000 into buying some new lights and everything, but these lights are very expensive. The displays you see on the poles, hanging from the poles, run about $4,000 a piece. So like $20,000, $30,000 sounds like a lot of money. It doesn't buy a lot. We're going to, the Schimmelfinnig Pavilion, which is behind you right now, is dark. Next year we intend on making that the centerpiece of the show. We're going to light it up, put displays all around it, static displays or cutouts, wooden cutouts and everything, and let the parents and the grandparents take the children in there and walk around. We plan on having like a Santa Claus up here on the weekends and stuff like that. We're planning already for 2019.
Now, let's go down to the 300 block of Prospect to talk to Jerry Smurl about his Christmas display.
I've been doing a display about 28 years. Inspiration? I grew up in Greenridge, and there was a place, Collie Moving, and they had a huge display up from my house, and I spent a lot of time up there when I was young looking at that, so I think that's where I got the idea from. Lights are about somewhere around 80 or 90,000. Takes us, I don't do it myself, it's 3 of my guys help set it up, and it takes us about a month to get everything up and lit. We do everything ourselves. We do all the wiring, all the lighting, everything is ourselves. We make the singing faces and everything. We don't, we buy the program for them to sing and stuff, but we put all of them together. We build everything. Oh, it used to raise the electric bill about $600, but we're about 90% LED now, so $200 to $300 is what we're at about now. Every year I have a new favorite one that I make. This year we made singing reindeer faces. So every year it's the favorite one gets made or built.
Now, let's go to one of the most famous landmarks in Scranton, which can be seen from miles around during the holiday season. The Times Tower stands at 296 feet tall and is 456 feet off the ground. Every Thanksgiving Eve, the tower lights up to signal the start of the holiday season. What used to be just a company tradition since 1960 became a public tradition in 2010 when the Times put together its first block party. This year was the 58th annual tower lighting. The display includes 480 LED lights, and every year a father and son team from Hazleton checks to make sure it's working correctly. It's time for the final stop on our tour. We're going to travel to the 600 block of Music Street to take a look at Tommy Culkin's Christmas display.
Setting up this display 40 plus years. When I moved here, I just put a nativity set on the front porch, and the following year I did a little bit more, and it took off from there. No specific reason why I did it, just did it. Everybody seems to ask me why I decorate. There's really no real reason why I decorate other than the fact that when I started to do it, I enjoyed doing it, and every year just added more and more, and people start to really enjoy it, and the more they enjoyed it, the more I enjoyed it. So I just continued on with a little more every year and turned into something I didn't expect it to turn into. I mean, there's thousands and thousands of lights, and we have probably about 40 plus motors that activate a lot of the animation. And what's really interesting is I have a lot of history of Scranton here. As you can see behind me is a Santa Claus workshop, which is about 58 years old, 60 years old. And that was going back to the Greenridge area where there was the Cawley family where they used to decorate their house, which I received that from them. And there's also some Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy that came from what they call the household furniture that was on Lackawanna Avenue in downtown Scranton, which of course is where the mall is today. There's a lot of history here with the city of Scranton. Lately, being the last few years, I've been doing a lot of LEDs, which helped a lot, but the electric motors are electric motors, and they really draw a lot of electricity. So to answer your question, it takes me a few months to make it in payments. Everybody asks me how much longer are you going to do it, and I tell them every year's my last to take a lot of pictures. I'm not getting any younger, and as long as I can walk and talk, I'll continue to do it.
Thank you all very much for tuning in and watching the Scranton Christmas Light Special. My name's Thomas Kerrigan, and on behalf of Kerrigan TV and ECTV, I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you for tuning in. Good night.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and all lang syne? For all lang syne, my dear, for all lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for